Good morning to everybody. Today I am going to speak on the interesting subject motivation, which is a successful tool for performance. The object of any organization is to achieve productivity and increase in production. In order to achieve this objective, many motivational tools are being used, and organizations are in continuous research what motivates an employee to do further. In this context, we may see some of the motivational theories of the management which has been used. Before going to the theory, there is one theory is called Maslow's theory of needs, in which Maslow has classified the needs of the human being into physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Physiological needs means food, water, shelter. That is the basic requirement of a human being. A starving man requires food for his survival. So only after this need is being satisfied, he demands or he requires another next need of motivation. Self-actualization, self-esteem are not the important parameters for him. Similarly, one by one, motivational aspect is coming for a human behavior. The another theory which is being formulated by Douglas McGregor is called theory X and Y. What is theory X and what is theory Y speaks? Theory X is concerned with that the average individual or human being, he does not like the work, and he is not willing to take the responsibility, and he wants to be persuaded, coerced or threatened or punished to get the work done out of him. This is the pessimistic view of the management for a control of a human behavior, and it requires the power of autonomy is not delegated to the lower level in this concept, and managers often use punishment as a tool to get the things done out of people. Similarly, theory Y, which speaks that average individual, he likes the work, he assumes the responsibility, he exercises self-control and self-direction over the job in which he is assigned, and under proper circumstances, he will enjoy the work and he takes challenge in the work. So the both theories are entirely different. It is use of punishment and reward for getting the work done by the managers. In this regard, we have to see one more theory of called motivation, called carrot and stick approach. This is the use of punishment and reward in getting things done. This theory stipulates that the best way to keep a donkey moved is to put a carrot in front of him or beat him behind so that it can make a move. So the various motivational techniques are being used for getting the things done out of people. Theory Y is very optimistic. It gives liberty or freedom to the workers and encourages participation in the management. So the employees are voluntarily being motivated to do the further. So these are the implications of the theory and the study of the human behavior. Because of the fact the employee dislikes the work, the threatening and coercion and punishment aspect has to be employed by the managers in order to control the behavior of an employee. In the modern concepts, which theory will be useful and what motivational factors are being used in the organizations are some of the financial motivators and non-financial motivators, so that they can put forward higher to achieve the result. Financial motivators or financial rewards use money as one of the motivating factor. Money may come to the employee in any of the form. It may be increase in salary of a worker, or it may be a bonus, or it may be for an executive, it may be a performance related pay, which has been introduced in many of the public sector employees to motivate the executives to do the further. And the stock options that also has been used in management to feel the employee that they are also the part and parcel of our shareholding pattern and part and parcel of the ownership. It encourages them to put forward higher the results. Similarly, the lot of factors or financial incentives are being used. In the modern business world, recently we have seen and we have read in the paper in some of the IT companies, they are offering Mercedes-Benz cars for the strong performers. This motivates an employee to do the highest level of satisfaction or highest level of performance to achieve their organizational objectives. Similarly, we have also read in through papers that retention bonuses are being used to retain a talented employee within the organization, so that the labor turnover or turnover of an employee will be reduced down to the maximum and the best way to retain the highest performance. In the modern IT world, the digitalization aspect and the use of digitalization technology is very important. The use of machine learning, Internet of Things, and digitalization, and these forms the major aspects. And those who are having the higher technology aspect are being retained, so that they cannot move from this organization to another organization. These employees are being offered a higher salary than other companies, so that they cannot move out from their company. The non-financial incentives are also being used in many organizations to boost the employee morale. So we cannot deny that finance is essential, but non-financial motivators, rewards also motivate an employee to a greater extent to achieve the organizational objectives. Non-financial rewards, they do not pay money directly, but encourage them. Some of the non-financial motivators, rewards are recognition of the job, appreciation of the job. Recognition and appreciation, these sometimes becomes an important motivation. For an example, if an employee meets his boss and the boss informs him, you are doing well and you can still do better to achieve the results, then after coming from the room, the employee gets elevated and he tries to do much better than the previous one. So the pat on the back of the employee sometimes also gives a better performance. So we think that only money makes a person to move further, to improve the morale, but many non-financial rewards also motivates an employee. Basically, an employee thinks one of the strong non-financial incentive nowadays or rewards they want is a job security. Because of the pandemic situations, most of the employee wants the job security as one of the parameters. And some of the employee, they need only the physiological needs, food, and afterwards the safety needs. Then the next comes the social esteem and self-actualization needs. Social needs comes by the way that he wants to be associated, affectionated, so that he will feel that it's just like a family that motivates him. In many organizations, they have the social concept so that the employees' morale get boosted. The esteem needs, an employee needs status for the job. What is that? Suppose a manager is being assigned a very big office and he is being given a peon to work him. The status of the employee gets most motivated. He puts forward higher to increase the production and his morale is highly motivated. So these are all the self-actualization need that comes, that what actually other people can do, that I can also do. This actualization concept also comes, that one, after fulfilling one need, the another need dominates as per the Maslow's theory. So these are some of the theories normally being used in the companies for motivating the employees. But the question comes, which one is highly suitable to a particular organization or particular employee? It depends upon the behavior, human behavior of the individual, and what type of person he is, whether he is to be motivated, he is self-motivated, or he always to be driven. That becomes the major part, and the organizational goals of the company and organizational policies of the company, that decides the important factor of motivation. So thank you very much.